Welcome back to studies. Let's take a look at algebraic fraction. The question is x squared minus x minus 12 divided by x squared minus 9x plus 20. So now our first step is to multiply the first and the last terms together. So x squared multiplied by minus 12. That is equal to minus 12x squared. Now we need to find two terms that multiply together to give minus 12x squared, but when added or subtracted give the middle term, which is minus x. So our first pair is 1x multiplied by 12x. When multiplied together they do give 12x squared, but when subtracted they do not give 1x. So that would be wrong. Our second pair is 2x multiplied by 6x. When multiplied together they do give 12x squared, but when subtracted or added they do not give our middle term. Then we have our third pair of factors, which is 3x multiplied by 4x. When multiplied together they give us 12x squared, and when subtracted they give us 1x. Now the problem is about the sign. Because we need negative 12x squared when multiplied together and negative x when subtracted together, we're going to give 4x, which is the greater term, the negative sign. So this pair is the right one. So after figuring out the two terms, we're going to write the question again, but this time instead of the middle term, we're going to write our two terms in place of the middle term. Now we are going to do the same with the denominator. So we're going to start off by multiplying our first and last terms together, which is x squared multiplied by 20, which is equal to 20x squared. Now we're going to find two factors of 20 that when multiplied together give us 20x squared. This time it is positive, and when added or subtracted gives us negative 9x, which is the middle term in the denominator. So if you take a look, the two terms are 5x multiplied by 4x. When multiplied together, they give us 20x squared, and when added they give us 9x. Now the problem is of the sign. When we multiply the two terms together, we need a positive number. We can only get that if there are two positives or two negatives, and when added together we need a negative. So the only situation can be that we give a negative sign to both the terms. Now we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to take our answer and put it into our original question. So in the numerator we got x squared plus 3x minus 4x minus 12, and in the denominator now we have x squared minus 5x minus 4x plus 20. Remember, when you put these two terms in that we just found, the two factors, we don't write the middle term. So now after all of that working out, we are left with x squared plus 3x minus 4x minus 12 in the numerator and x squared minus 5x minus 4x plus 20 in the denominator. Now what we're going to do is we're going to form pairs. We're going to form pairs of 2 in the numerator and in the denominator. Then from those pairs, we're going to take out common factors. So from x squared plus 3x, we can take out x as common, and then x plus 3 will be left inside the brackets. We're going to do that with all of the 4 pairs. After doing that, we're going to simplify it. So you're going to notice that in both of the brackets, you'll get the same terms. So what we're going to do is that we're going to make both of those terms into one bracket. So that will be x plus 3 because both of them are common. And then the terms outside the brackets will be our second bracket. So x minus 4 and x plus 3. We're going to do the same in the denominator. After that, you can see that x minus 4 and x minus 4 can divide out because both of them can cancel out from the numerator and the denominator. So we are finally going to be left with x plus 3 divided by x minus 5, which is our answer.